Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. I'm standing here in Brosum. This is a new mod map out by Tor Ben, 187.03 megabytes download. It says this is a fictional map located somewhere in the north coast of Germany. As far as mods go, I'm going to mention that now because there are some required mods. It doesn't mention them in the description or list them. However, when you go to load the map up, it will say they're required and do you want to install them. Without them, you won't have some of the buildings around the map. Those are the old Cowshed By DMI 20mm Normandy, the Dutch Shed Pack by Reffarmer and DMI 20mm Normandy, and the old Farm Package by DMI 20mm Normandy. The map looks like this on New Farmer, which I do my map tours on. We start with field 53, plot 69. That has got a farm on it. Now on Farm Manager and start from scratch, the buildings are there, but you need to buy the land for all the icons to come up. I'll talk about slot count when we get to the farm, because when we start on here, we start actually up here. Right up here, there we go, next to the restaurant. Field prices are quite expensive, but they're fair sized fields. I mean, I say quite expensive. Average, I suppose. If we click on that, 62, 57, 60, I mean, I guess, you know, as we move up to larger size fields, they're not too bad. Bit of forestry here. There's a little bit more over here as well, I think, and there. We'll go around and have a look at all that later on. So, we start here next to the restaurant. Contracts are available on the map. There is a biogas plant, we'll get to that later on. I said about mods, etc. If we go into, there's no vehicles or anything like that. If we go into our build mode, everything in here is required mods, stuff that's been downloaded. There's nothing else within the buildings or anything that have been added in by the map maker. However, if we go to landscaping and we go to trees and plants, all the stuff on there does say Brosum mod. So whether they've been created specifically or just the modded versions of, but it's just trees and plants that have been put in by the map maker. What we are going to do is whiz over here very quickly through the estate, say very quickly, and then we'll jump back because the route I took around when I kind of did my map tour, I missed this out, so I thought I'd make sure I get to it now. So we'll go to the farmer's market first. We started next to the restaurant. We're going to head out to the farmer's market. I'm trying to cut through someone's garden. Let's cut through the gardens. Or between the gardens, actually. We're going to jaunt through the undergrowth to the farmer's market. So we've gone from here at the restaurant, across the estate to here. There's more housing and stuff all around here. It's really nicely laid out. And like I say, I don't know why. It has a very Dutch feel, I think. I know it says North Coast of Germany, but I don't know. It's got a bit of a Dutch feel, I think. So I'm going to jump back to the restaurant. We'll carry on the tour from there. From here, then. Down the road. On our right-hand side, we've got a bakery. There are two bakeries. This is the one from, let's say Felsbrunn then. Oh, Belleron. So bakery around the back of there. We'll walk the first bit, then we'll go over to the farm and then we'll do the tour round. Lighting's very good, texture palette's nice, colours are good. Supermarket sell point is just there. Carpentry is just there. Spinnery is just here. I think it says it's got 101 purchasable farmlands, 93 fields, small to mid-size, 5 sailing stations and 10 production facilities. We're going to run across here. Only because the route we take round, this is an out and back one. There's not kind of a circuit we can do around here, and it's fenced in the way around it. So I thought it's quicker and easier to whiz over here now. This is the livestock market and livestock market sell point. The sell point is around the back of the building. You go along there's a little road just along there that runs right to the edge of the map. You come down behind it. We'll go out that way, hop the fence. So the sell point's there. That's the livestock market sell point. Around this side, we've got the livestock market itself, for the purchase of animals, just there. So the road goes along and then comes in from here, and then round. And there's, like I say, there's not another route out from here. You come back out and round down to there, which is where we're going to head now. To the cereal factory. Next door to that, we've got the grain mill. Now, these are all standard in-game production facilities. They're not modded. They're not anything, you know, got faster speeds or anything like that. They're all fairly standard. It does say there are 12 collectibles. If we go into the menu and scroll down till we get to it, which is there, bottom on the right it says collectibles 0 of 12. I haven't found one yet. The other thing I'm going to do while I'm here, I need to put some money in for later on. That's just so I can show you the biogas plant. If we continue along here, we're going to drive back past here later on, but I just thought it's easier because these are all kind of clustered quite close together. We've got Country Trading Point, which is here. Now, weirdly, on the map, just over here, it shows, if we go to the map, I'll show you. So we're here. It says electric charging station, which is about here on the map. I don't know if there's supposed to be something there. These doors don't open. It's not like it's inside the building, but there's not actually something there. And I was thinking actually went past. No, I'm not. It's a map. It's might be made by a map maker. I'm not a map maker, but if these had been a plot with actual greenhouses on that you could purchase, I think that would have been quite cool. The only problem is this is not purchasable. This plot of land. There's a lot of plots like this. I'm clicking on it. You can't buy these. That you can. That you can't. There are some plots you can't purchase. So putting placeables and stuff on you can't. But I just thought that would have been quite cool. Have that as an option to buy them. But you can't even remove them and put other ones on. It's a minor thing, but you know, I just thought I would mention it. So that's your sell point. So from here, we are going to head to the main farm. So we started off here, went across to the farmer's market and came back. We did a route round there. Oh, the grain storage. Oh, the grain storage. Actually, we'll do that on the way back down. That's fine. I think we can... Yeah, we can do that on the way back down. That's not a problem at all. Yeah, so we did a route round there, up to that, out to there. We did go out to there first, then come back. So what we're going to do now is head over to the farm. So the main farmhouse is just here. This is one of the ones from the required mods and packs. You have some barn space and stuff next to it. Sleep trigger is just here. As we go around here, we come to a machinery shed. We can talk about slot counts in just a moment because we're coming to the vehicles and machinery now. Going to grab the John Deere up here. We have the John Deere 7810. We have got a start at 8150. So the slot count on New Farm is 1087. You start with vehicles and machinery and all of these buildings, etc. On Farm Manager and Start from scratch, that comes down to 980. You don't start with any of the vehicles or machinery, but all these buildings are still here. You just need to buy the land to get the icons to appear. These can all be sold. I was just thinking, where was I standing? It was around here somewhere. If you sell all the vehicles and all the machinery and the buildings, you can get the slot count down. I got it down to about 907. You might be able to get it a little bit lower, but about 907, and it will look a little bit like this. If you want to upgrade the farm, because it does say in the description, your desire is to make holidays here, but no time for that. There's much to do. An out-of-date cow farm needs you to make it modern farming business, which is competitive on the market. So, topliner, Deutzfahr with its header. We've got some grass equipment here with a small baler. We do have a workshop trigger here with a seeder. Cultivator, we do have a jet wash here as well with a little drainage bit. As we come past, couple of trailers, the Rudolph and the Velga. That one in bale configuration, but it can be adjusted. We do have a small cow shed here that will take 35 cows. Feed and bedding in there. You will need a manure heap, because I don't think there isn't one here. I don't think there is one here. We've got a Farmer 400 silo, 400,000 litres, standard crop type. It's not a multi-fruit silo. And we've got a bit of shed space over here as well. So that's the main farm, and like I say, you can clear all this. I didn't get rid of any of the lampposts and stuff, so that's what I said. You can probably get the slot count a little bit lower if you wanted to. I think that, like I say, the premise being you start here, it's an old, out of date kind of farm, and if you wanted to update it, you can then demolish the buildings and build new ones if you want to, but of course you don't have to. So as far as start machinery goes, we've seen most of it anyway. Small tractor, the Steyr 8150, medium, the John Deere 7810, the harvester we've seen, the trailers we've seen, The headers, cultivator, seeder, weights, baler. That's everything you start with. It's all here. All fairly small stuff, but it gives you the opportunity to get cracking from this point. There's got to be a collectible somewhere. I just haven't seen one. Hang on. Oh no, sorry, it's flowers. I thought it was something that would stand out. Now the map itself, the PDA, it's a little bit blurry. I'm not going to lie. So if you look down bottom left, the river's there, but the roads aren't that clear. But I mean, to be fair, you're more looking on the ground. If you're driving by sat nav, it's always dangerous. Just keep an eye on the roads. Much safer. But this I love. I really do like this whole look. We're going to head up through here because we've got another bakery. I said the other one was the one from Belleron, but we've got a second bakery just here. Oh, just here. There's my voice. Cross over the waterway. We are going to head across here. We can go down the road and then cut through. There's a little gap there, you can see, cut through in the gap. I'm going to cut across. These two fields here are purchasable as grass fields. If you just do grass work, and I think you can come pretty much right up the bank here as well for that. To here-ish. These fences you can drive through, I mean, don't. But if you cut through and over the top, like so, there is a cut through back there. We've got a pizzeria and fast food restaurant on this side of the berm. A little bit out of the way, but there are sell points nonetheless. If you have any contracts come up for these places, this is where you'll find them. We'll go back out through that way. You can't buy any of this land out this side, unfortunately. So we're on the western side of the map. We're going to head up north. Just up there where that clump of trees are, there's a little sheep farm. That's there all the time. You can buy both plots and you can sell the sheep pen. The buildings you can't sell that are there, but we'll get to those in just a moment. The whole map is pretty much flat. I don't, apart from like these bits here, the berms to the side, the rest of it's pretty much flat. So as far as placeables and buildings and that kind of stuff, shouldn't be too much of a hassle for landscaping or anything like that. That's where we came out. So coming up on our left, we've got the sheep farm. Just tuck in there. It has a sheep pasture at the moment, because it does require water as well, just tucked into the side there. These plots, I think there's two plots here that can be purchased sort of separately. From the main farm we came out here, up through there, we kind of cut across that way, then came back. We've come all up there, we're now here. So if we look at these two plots, we've got 63 and 61. The grass bit behind the pasture here is that little bit up around there. But if this is too small for you, there's no reason at all you couldn't buy one of these grass plots here, put larger sheep pens down here if you want to. Again, whatever you want to do. There's a water point just there as well. And like I said, once you own this, you can get rid of the sheep pen, but you can't get rid of the buildings. The buildings are here. I'm wondering, let's go up onto here. Is there a collectible up on the roof at all? I'm just wondering why there's a ladder there. Probably not, but I thought it's worth a look. No. You sometimes find that, don't you? Map makers put them in. So, from here, we're going to continue north, and we're going to go across the top of the map, out to the next set of sell points, production chains. It does open up here from the forest to our right into open farmland. Like I said, nice and flat. So we're going to head up just there where that van's turning in. We're going to turn right. We're going to go across the top of the map. That cluster of buildings there, if we go to the map, is this bit here. Again, this is one of those sections we can't purchase. So you can't put any other placeables and stuff down there. There's no sell points or anything there. It's just it just breaks up the scenery. It makes it so it's not, you know, a more realistic feel. Back across the waterway. Heading east. It's a bit of a drive across the top of the map. We are coming up on the Taylors. just on the left hand side there. Turn out there. Right up in the northeast corner we've got the dairy, production chain 2. For the most part, I think pretty much all rectangular fields. I know a lot of people prefer that for workers and stuff like that. There's your dairy. We do have another cluster of buildings just down here. Again, this is a little plot you can't purchase, but there's another cluster of buildings down here. No sell point in it. And over to our right, which we're going to cut across to now. So I'll drive down here because it'll be a little bit easier. We'll cut between these two fields. There's not a road. Is there a road? There's a track. Oh, there is a track. I obviously went too far when I did my quick drive around the map. Gas station, just on the right hand side. On the left hand side we've got the vehicle store and workshop. This is also the reset point on the map. Vehicle store trigger is just over there. Workshop trigger is down the sides here. Can access all this. We've got another jet wash here. I don't think we can purchase this plot of land. And across there, Taylor's dairy. No, can't purchase this one either. But you can still store stuff in here, of course, if you want to. There's plenty of space, no problem whatsoever. This is one of those maps. You get them every now and again. Or you get them quite a lot, to be fair. But everything's here. You can play it as it is, and if you're happy with it, and it's the sort of map you like, but it's also got that feel of. There's a lot of scope for making it your own. You know, it's not a blank canvas, but it's still flat enough, clear enough, with a lot of space that you can do more if you want to. You know, plots like this, Field 61, if you did want to put in a kind of garden centre thing behind those greenhouses, working ones, it's not a massive field, but you could purchase it and put placeables. It wouldn't be too much of a chore to do, you know. Some maps that are really nice flowing hills, and some of them are quite craggy or rocky with lots of elevation changes. Putting placeables in can be a lot harder, but I like the fact that it's got that simplicity to it to allow for whatever you want to do, you know. So back to the map. We're heading down here. We're going to be heading to the grain storage, which is just in here. How I missed this on my reconnaissance, I'm not too sure, but I did. I'm not quite sure how I missed these huge bins that came past. Sell point here at the grain storage. Ah, is that a collectible? Is it a cheese? It is. These got to be 50 grand, didn't they? Oh, 20. Fair enough. There we go. We found a collectible. Sorry, spoiler alert. Should have said that first. Before I went charging in there to collect it. So from grain storage, continuing south. We've got the biogas plant. This has got a biomethane point, I think. Now this is one of the ones where you have to buy the plot of land and you'll get all the triggers and stuff come up. That's why I put some extra money in, because I thought I would show it just so you can see all the triggers and stuff appear. This is a standard biogas plant. It's not again, nothing over and above what you normally get. I think it's 24 cycles per month, and the standard types. If we come to our map, we've come down to here. This will set you back 364,896. Let's buy that. Here we go. All our triggers have now appeared. If we go and click on the manage, silage, slurry, manure, sugar beet cut, standard stuff, digestate out, no methane or anything unusual, no wood chips going in or anything like that. 2 large silage clamps. Because you've purchased this land, I did test it, you can put other placeables on here, so if you want to add other silage clamps, or you want to put any other bits of facilities or things on here that you think might work well on here, we have got a plot of land here that you can put placeables on. Continuing south to the next cluster of production chains. Now I'm going to take, there's a southernmost little road which will take me past all of these production chains and sell points, but there's a little track just north of it which we're going to go past first. If you take the track, that takes you right to the furthest one, which is the sawmill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump the fence when we get there, because otherwise you'll come all the way back and come all the way back down, but that track there will take you out to the sawmill. This one here, we've got a debris crusher just there on our right. On our left we've got a lime station. We've got sugar factory, sugar mill on our right coming up now, just there. We've got the oil mill next door to that, and we've got a biomass heating plant next door to that. Just past there we've got the great processing unit at the very end here. Like I say, this is surrounded by trees and fencing and whatnot. But if you come along the track that I showed you, we just hop the fence here, through the trees, another fence this side. We've got the sawmill. So let's go back to the map. From the biogas plant, we came down here. That track runs all the way out there, as I said, to there. We came along here, debris crusher, lime station, sugar mill, oil mill, biomass heating plant, crate processing unit, and sawmill. And that's the map. Have I missed anything? Just looking down, don't think I have. No, pretty sure we got everything. That's Brosum by Tor Ben. Just double check. I think so. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.